Yo, what's up everybody? It's
Travel lifestyle.
and we're about to get real about something we're all passionate about, travel. Yeah, seeing the world, experiencing new cultures, tasting that weird food you see on Instagram. It's the dream, right? But let's be real for a second. The whole thing can feel impossible when you look at your bank account. Plane tickets, hotels, food, that souvenir you to buy from that street vendor, it adds up fast. But what if I told you it doesn't have to be that way? What if I told you you could see the world without winning the lottery or selling all your stuff? Alright, first things first, we gotta talk about planning. I know, planning sounds about as exciting as watching paint dry, but trust me on this, it's not just about being organized, it's about being smart with your money. Think of it like this. You wouldn't just walk into a car dealership and buy the first car you see, right? You'd do your research, compare prices, maybe even haggle a bit. Same goes for travel. We're talking about using apps like Skyscanner or Google Flights to track ticket prices, setting up those price alerts so you know the second that flight to Bali goes on sale. And don't even get me started on accommodation. Booking in advance? That's your secret weapon against overpriced hostels and hotels. Early bird gets the worm, or in this case the best deals. Look, I get it, spontaneity is awesome, but you know what's even more awesome? Having enough money left over for that once-in-a-lifetime experience when you get there. Okay, so you've got your planning hat on, but here's where things get really interesting. Flexibility, this is where the real magic happens. See, sometimes the best adventures are the ones you least expect. Ever thought about ditching that all-inclusive resort in Cancun for something a little less predictable? I'm talking about those hidden gems, the places off the beaten path that don't even show up on those cheesy travel posters. Being flexible with your dates and destinations opens up a whole new world of possibilities. Think about it, instead of being stuck on going to Paris in peak season, why not check out Lisbon in the spring? You'll get the same European charm, delicious food and beautiful architecture, all without the insane crowds and inflated prices. Websites like Kayak Explore are your new best friend. They let you put in your budget and see where in the world you can fly, no matter what time of year. You never know what amazing adventures are waiting for you. Now let's talk timing. We all know that everyone and their grandma wants to travel during the summer holidays or school breaks. But guess what? That's when prices skyrocket. Airlines know you're desperate to escape the daily grind. Hotels know you need a place to crash. And those tourist traps, they're ready to drain your wallet faster than you can say overpriced souvenir. But there's a better way, a smarter way. It's called off-peak travel, my friends. Think about it. Walking through the Colosseum without being trampled by 1,000 selfie sticks. Picture yourself chilling on a beach in Thailand without having to fight for a spot to lay down your towel. Off-peak is all about peace, tranquility, and most importantly, savings. Flights are cheaper, hotels are practically begging for guests, and you can actually hear yourself think without the constant chatter of tourists. Trust me, traveling during the shoulder seasons or even the off-season will give you a whole new appreciation for the destination. Plus, you'll have way more money to spend on things that actually matter, like trying every single flavor of gelato in Italy. Alright, so we've booked our flights and found ourselves some sweet deals on accommodation. Now, let's talk about getting around. Taxis are tempting, I get it. But they're also the fastest way to burn through your travel budget. Instead, let me introduce you to your new best friends. Budget airlines and public transport. Budget airlines are the champions of cheap flights, especially for those short hops between cities or countries. Just a heads up, keep an eye out for those sneaky baggage fees. Pack light, my friends, and you'll be golden. Now, once you've landed and conquered the budget airline game, it's time to embrace the local life and hop on that public transport. Buses, trains, subways, trams, you name it, they've got it. Not only is it significantly cheaper than taxis, but it's also a chance to experience the city like a local. Imagine yourself squeezing onto a packed train in Tokyo, navigating the London Underground like a pro, or cruising down the canals of Amsterdam on a water taxi. It's all part of the adventure and it'll save you a ton of cash along the way. Let's talk about where you'll be resting your weary traveler's head at night. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I've stayed in my fair share of fancy hotels. But you know what? They're definitely not essential for an epic trip. In fact, some of my most memorable stays have been in the most unexpected places. Hostels, my friends, are a backpacker's best friend. They're affordable, social, and you're guaranteed to meet some interesting characters along the way. But hey, if sharing a room with a bunch of strangers isn't your jam, don't worry, there are other options. Airbnb has completely changed the game, offering everything from budget-friendly private rooms to entire apartments or houses, often for less than the cost of a hotel room. And for the truly adventurous souls out there, there's always couch surfing. Imagine crashing on a local's couch, getting insider tips on the best hidden gems in the city, and experiencing the destination through their eyes. It's free, it's authentic, and it's an experience you won't forget. Alright, let's be real, one of the best parts of traveling is indulging in all the delicious food. But let's be honest, eating out for every single meal can put a serious dent in your budget. But fear not, my foodie friends. There are ways to eat well without breaking the bank. First up, if you're staying somewhere with a kitchen, take advantage of it. Hit up the local markets, stock up on fresh produce, and whip up some of your own meals. Not only will you save money, but you'll also get to experience the local cuisine in a whole new way. And when you do eat out, ditch those tourist traps with their overpriced menus and mediocre food. Instead, follow the locals. Look for those hole-in-the-wall restaurants, the street food stalls with lines down the block, and the family-run joints where the aroma alone is enough to make your mouth water. Trust me, the best and most authentic food is often found where the locals eat, and it's usually a fraction of the price. Chapter 7. You know what's better than cheap? Free. That's right, my friends. Some of the best things in life are free, and that includes travel experiences. Believe it or not, cities around the world are packed with free attractions just waiting to be explored. Think about it. Strolling through sprawling parks, admiring breathtaking views from scenic overlooks, wandering through bustling markets, and soaking up the atmosphere in historic squares. Many museums offer free admission on certain days of the week, and there are often free walking tours available that will give you a local's perspective on the city. Do your research before you go, and you'll be amazed at how much there is to see and do without spending a dime. Remember, travel isn't about ticking off expensive attractions, it's about immersing yourself in the culture, soaking up the atmosphere, and creating memories that will last a lifetime. Alright, let's talk packing. I used to be the king of overpacking. I'd stuff my suitcase until it was bursting at the seams, convinced that I needed every single item I owned. But you know what? I learned the hard way that less is definitely more. Packing light is a game changer, my friends. It means no more lugging around a heavy suitcase, no more struggling to cram your bag into overhead compartments, and most importantly, no more baggage fees. Stick to the essentials. Pack versatile clothing that can be mixed and matched, and embrace the beauty of laundry on the go. Trust me, you'll thank me later when you're breezing through airports, hopping on and off trains with ease, and having more room in your bag for souvenirs. Remember, the goal is to experience the world, not to haul your entire wardrobe around with you. Listen up, frequent flyers, this one's for you. If you're not already taking advantage of reward programs and credit card points, you're missing out on a goldmine of travel savings. Seriously, these things are like free money just waiting to be redeemed for flights, hotels, upgrades, and more. Sign up for those airline miles programs, join hotel loyalty programs, and get yourself a credit card that earns you points or miles on everyday purchases. Think about it. Every time you swipe your card for groceries, gas, or that much-needed caffeine fix, you're one step closer to your next adventure. It's like getting rewarded for living your life, and who doesn't love that? So, start racking up those points, my friends, and watch as your travel dreams become a reality without breaking the bank. Okay, I know what you're thinking. Travel insurance? That's just an extra expense I don't need. But trust me on this one, my friends, travel insurance is like that friend who's always got your back, no matter what crazy situation you find yourself in. Look, nobody wants to think about things going wrong on their trip, but the reality is, sometimes they do. Flights get canceled, luggage gets lost, and unexpected medical emergencies can pop up out of nowhere. That's where travel insurance comes in, like a superhero in a policy document. It protects you from those financial burdens that can turn a dream trip into a nightmare. So before you jet off on your next adventure, do yourself a favor and invest in travel insurance. It's a small price to pay for peace of mind, knowing that you're covered if and when things go sideways. So there you have it, my friends, my top 10 tips for traveling the world on a budget. Remember, seeing the world doesn't have to break the bank. With a little planning, a bit of flexibility, and a whole lot of adventurous spirit, you can make those travel dreams a reality without emptying your wallet. Now get out there, explore, try new things, and make memories that will last a lifetime. And hey, while you're out there conquering the world, don't forget to share your adventures with me. Hit that like button if you found these tips helpful, subscribe to the channel for more travel inspiration, and drop a comment below with your own budget travel hacks. Until next time, safe travels.